Parents and students showed their support for the Catholic Diocese of Cleveland today after the superintendent announced its campuses are geared up to return to in-person classroom instruction 5 days a week. News 5's Emily Hamilton spoke to parents who insist this is the right decision for their kids despite a recommendation to start this school year virtually.
Parents who rallied outside the Catholic Diocese of Cleveland say they're confident students will be safe when going back to school in person, with social distancing measures and sanitation procedures in place. A few dozen parents and students showed up who say there's no substitute for face-to-face learning. Erin Lally is vocal about her plans to send her 4 children back to school in just a few weeks, but says parents who believe in-person instruction is unsafe have the freedom to make that decision.
Never before have schools offered a remote learning option, and every school is offering a remote learning option. So those parents have that choice to take the distance learning option and keep their kids at home.
Superintendent Frank O'Linn says each school in the diocese will finalize its own plans for just how they'd like to begin the school year, whether that be in-person instruction 5 days a week or a hybrid model with some learning done online. He added the diocese is aware of the Cuyahoga County Board of Health's advisement late last week for all area schools to begin the year remotely. Because that was not a direct order, the diocese is moving forward as planned with face-to-face classroom learning.
It is a recommendation. It's not a mandate. We, of course, are bound by all laws, all directives, all orders, and we carefully consider all recommendations. And at this point, this is a recommendation, and we are carefully considering it today.
Caitlin Varga is an incoming freshman and says online classes in the spring came with hurdles.
Some people need extra help, and it's hard to do that when your Wi-Fi doesn't work or stuff. And it's hard because you get stressed more because you can't ask teachers questions every second when you're in school.
Pat Kennedy says he's confident in the diocese and its plans to reopen campuses.
My daughter has spent roughly the last 4 to 5 months in somewhat isolation. I think it's been detrimental to her mental and social health, and I'd like to see things get back to where she can get in-person learning.
When asked if it will be difficult for teachers to enforce mask guidelines during the school day, here's what Erin Lally had to say.
People have said that for years about a uniform. It is unrealistic to expect students to wear a uniform and keep their shirt tucked in and wear a belt and have their hair cut above their neck.
Reporting in Cleveland, Emily Hamilton, News 5.